Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Blue snowball. Okay, give me a countdown.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, we are recording.
We are recording. This is the best kind of recording. Is the one that
Yep.
works live, and we start at the same time before we say anything.
Listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Did you link it in the Discord?
I did.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah, I think it's not a great time for people to be online. I think so. All right. Anyway, hello.
Hello. Oh, should we? Oh, for the purposes of this thing, I should.
Yes. Do for the purposes of the
the
thing.
tie nerds. All right, here we go.
The thing. We're gonna do that every time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So our intro thing isn't ready. Isn't ready to go.
Oh, I could share it. Can I share that here? How do I do
think
that?
so. I don't know.
Share video file. I can share a video file. It's not a video file, so I can't share it.
Oh. Can you?
They'll hear it when the actual podcast comes out.
I mean, nobody's here right now anyway, so
they'll see it when you put the video live. They'll see it afterwards.
That's
There's someone here now.
That's right.
Is it me? Right. Is it you?
I don't know. I should have shaved. That's the thing. They came in and they're like, "Oh, I don't like stubbly Vink."
That must have been it.
Okay, so are you ready?
I am almost ready to open a default browser. I'm making sure that this is running on my phone. All right. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Are you ready to start the podcast?
I don't sing.
What? We'll get into that. All right. So have you watched anything since the last podcast?
I haven't, but I didn't talk about everything that I had watched. So
then tell me what you watch, what you really, really watch.
I got back into Paramount Plus, which is what CBS All Access is now called.
Okay.
I must have seen it somewhere else.
Yeah.
But it was an ad for the season 2 of Why Women Kill.
Oh, okay.
With Lana Parrilla, or is it Parrilla? I don't know. It's a Spanish name, so I figure it's Parrilla.
Okay.
Looking all like that 8-foot tall booby vampiress from Resident
Evil Village.
Yeah. So I went to watch the first season thinking I'm going to get that, and I didn't get that. What I got was a series of 3 vignettes of 3 people living in the same house over different decades. One of them being Lucy Liu.
Really?
Yes. I was not expecting this. The other one being Jennifer Goodwin.
Okay.
Like Lana Parrilla, also of Once Upon a Time fame.
Okay.
She played Snow White, but I know her better from Big Love.
I watched the first season of that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a very good story. Very, very, very toit. Very, and I enjoyed it very much. Season 2 is a vastly different experience.
Oh, okay.
But I think I still prefer season 1, but I enjoyed them both for their own reasons. But being back in Paramount Plus, this was right before Lower Deck season 2 started. So now I'm in like this like Star Trek slide. There's so much Star Trek, you guys. There is so much. There
was nothing for quite a while.
Yeah, and now there's going to be the 4th season of Discovery coming up. Picard season 2 is in 2022.
Oh, yeah.
Strange New Worlds is going to be next year too, I think.
Wow.
So yeah, if you're not caught up in Star Trek, now is the time, guys. We're like in the real golden age. I thought of like TNG to DS9 to Voyager was the golden age, but now that stuff's old Trek. This is new Trek, man.
No, Voyager still seems new Trek to me.
94 that premiered. 94. It was done 2001, I think 2002.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Anyway.
20 years ago. I'm just saying.
No. Okay. Anyway.
Oh, and Prodigy on Nickelodeon.
Prodigy.
How did I forget? There's so much
What is
Star
that?
Trek.
What is that?
Star Trek Prodigy.
What is that?
It's the Nickelodeon animated show.
Oh, it's an animated one. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like Lower Deck, but not.
Right. It's not.
It's like an Upper Deck.
It's like Farscape, but it's Star Trek.
Okay. Okay.
From what I can tell.
Far Trek.
But yeah, it's not Pickle Rick.
Okay.
So there you go. What have you been watching?
What have I been watching? A lot of Teen Titans Go, which I can't believe I'm the one watching this.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I feel like this should be my homework assignment.
Yes, you're right. This is your homework.
Okay.
Your homework is to watch at least a few episodes of Teen Titans Go, so I can at least talk to you about it. Okay. And I cannot. This show is right up your alley because it's something you can watch with your kids that they're going to think is funny, and you'll think it's funny on an entirely different level.
Yes.
And you will like it more than me because there's a lot of references to the DC universe that I do not get.
Oh, and I could tell you about them.
Yes.
Dang it.
Yes, but there's also references to things you wouldn't think there'd be references to, such as Mr. Belvedere, which I get. Again, you should watch this show.
All right.
Okay, so that's what I've been watching because my kids are watching it. I am not the one choosing it. But it's on the TV pretty frequently. And what else am I watching? I've been watching the thing we're going to talk about today.
Oh, great. Yeah, let's move on to the meat.
Let's move on to the meat.
I still don't
sing, accept defeat. Okay.
I will not until it's emotionally convenient.
Well, that really ties in because today we're going to be talking about Schmigadoon.
How did I even see? I've been watching a lot of Apple TV, like I mentioned last episode. So I'm sure I just saw a promo for it in front of one of the many shows on Apple TV Plus that I watch. Give me your synopsis.
It is a loving anti-musical.
Yeah, isn't it?
Because it's definitely making fun of the hokiness that's inherent in musicals, but also finding out why they were popular and why people are drawn to them. It's both making fun of its source material, but is also a very good example of its source material, if that makes any sense. So the name, of course, comes from the Brigadoon, which is a famous musical about a magical land that appears only once a century or something. And I can't remember. I remember seeing it, but
I did not see it.
Really? Oh, I saw a high school performance of it, which was pretty good. But anyway,
kind of the same thing.
Anyway, but yeah, it's based off that. But really, its references come from many, many different musicals.
And they will let you know what they are.
Yeah, some of them, but a lot of them they don't. And if you go to the wiki, you can really see where a lot of different characters are based off of. And a lot of the people who are in it are Broadway actors. Anne Harda, who is the original Christmas Eve from Avenue Q, is in it. There's some deep dives in here, and there are, you know what? I just realized we've got 2 episodes in a row that features characters who will be in the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah, I forgot to mention it last time. Anya Taylor-Joy is going to be Princess Peach. That was the thing. I had a whole sequence of things, like first of all the pandemic, then the chess thing, and then Princess Peach, and I completely missed the Princess Peach one.
You always miss the peach. And then we've got Fred. What is it? Fred Armisen, who's very funny in everything he's in, and he plays in. He will be what is he going to be in the Super Mario movie? Some like.
Oh, I got
like
this
one of
written
the
down.
minor villains.
He's
yeah.
Cranky Kong.
Oh my
So
God.
the
Okay.
OG
All right, that's good.
Donkey Kong.
In this one, he plays the town pastor, and then of course we have was it Peel? What is it?
Keegan Michael Key.
That's right. Oh no, sorry. Peel was.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm
Jordan
thinking of
Peele, the other
Kean.
guy.
Yeah, Jordan. Yeah, sorry. But who's does some really terrifying horror movies these days?
Peele
That's
does.
what he. Yes.
Yes.
So anyway, he's going to be Toad.
Keegan Michael Key is going to be Toad, just to clarify.
Yes. Oh yeah, sorry. We're throwing a lot of names around. But anyway,
Yep.
that's because there's a lot of names in this movie. Jack Black is Bowser.
Someone took like, the black teacher like saying white
Yep.
names
Yep.
thing and like did the Toad voice. It's like, hey Ron, is there an Ron in here?
Anyway,
no that's gonna happen.
But anyway, and the main female protagonist is someone I knew from My Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, which was a show that often
Is Cecily Strong
that?
in that?
What?
Isn't
she? Isn't she
I
the
don't
main
know.
character? Am I wrong?
You are wrong.
I'm wrong. I only watched a couple episodes of it. Oh no.
Oh no, she's from SNL. This is a Lorne Michaels production.
Yes.
No, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend is, oh god, I'm forgetting her name. She was she had previously been like a YouTube phenom, like writing like songs about like how much she wants to bang Ray Bradbury. Rachel Bloom. There we go.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm dumb. Can we let's
redo that.
Move that. Yeah, okay. So anyway, and then there's the female protagonist from SNL.
Yep. Who rudely got Weekend Update taken away from her.
She was Weekend Update for a while?
Not for long.
Really? Because I know she's a frequent on Weekend Update.
Yes, she is a shining jewel of a guest star every time.
Her and wine. Yeah.
Yes.
So yes. Anyway, okay. Well, yeah. That's the thing. I've been away from America for a long time, and it's hard to keep track of a lot of these things. Anyway, because if I can't stream it, I can't watch it. So, yeah. Unless someone has uploaded things to YouTube, which is how I usually watch SNL these days, in small clips.
Right.
Anyway, but yeah, it's great because it's clearly the fish out of water story where something crazy is happening. You can think about it like the Truman Show, where someone realizes they're on TV, or those type of things. I'm in a video game, or something like that. But
I'm music. Yeah, I've seen this one. Yeah.
This one's self-aware, and it definitely could have been. It could have been just ripping apart the idea of musical theater altogether. It easily could have gone there. It's just musical theater is dumb, but like it embraced the tropes, but also there was a definite affection for it. There was a lot of love for what was going on there, and a lot of the people involved in it were theater people,
Yep.
And you've got, this is another one that does time jumps in every episode.
Yes.
From
there's Schmigadoon and before Schmigadoon.
Yep. And anyway, Schmigadoon is a magical land that appears apparently to couples who need it. And we have a couple who met with a really neat meet cute involving a vending machine.
Yep. They're both doctors.
They're both doctors. Yeah, they're both very smart, and they have a relationship that seems pretty good, but has some issues, and it gets worse and worse. And they go to a couples therapy, and they get lost in the woods, which leads them to Schmigadoon. Am I the only one who's going to sing in this episode?
Yep, I gotta wait for the emotional resonance. I
Oh
told
yes,
you
okay.
already.
We'll get there. We'll get
Yeah.
there. And Schmigadoon starts with an absolutely wonderful opening, which introduces the town and the
Oh
people,
God.
and the postman who is constantly getting shot.
Sorry, Pete.
That's all right. Okay.
That's okay. Oh, sure.
And I mean, there are so many great actors in the show. Just amazing, amazing people. We've got let's see. As I mentioned earlier, Anne Harada from Avenue Q, and we have oh gosh, who's it? Martin Short has a memorable cameo.
Yeah, he's credited in every episode.
I know, even though he's only in
has
for like 3 minutes.
Yeah, he's got he says a limerick and he's out.
Yeah, it's, yeah. Well, what the lady from 30 Rock? What's her name? She played one of the main characters in 30 Rock. She was also in Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Oh, Jane Krakowski.
That's it. She's only in one episode, but she's credited in every episode.
Right.
Very, very memorable cameo.
I got to spoil this part because it was just too clever.
Go for it.
Yeah. It gets to the end. She basically plays a
the Baroness from Sound of Music. Yeah.
And Cecily Strong's character Melissa tells her, like, you know, I always thought you were a Nazi, and she's like, oh darling, of course I'm a Nazi. And
yes. I mean, I know, and again, it's one of those like loving things. Like it's realizing how bizarre a lot of musicals are, but at the same time, like I know a lot of theater people who loved that line and wanted T-shirts made of it if it had the word Nazi in it, I suppose. But you know, and what's interesting is we have all of the stereotypical characters. There's the temptation characters, the pretty good character, but not the final true love. You know, there's the boy with a problem that needs to be solved, and all the secrets. And again, all of these are told with some intensely good songs. And one really stupid song about corn pudding. Did somebody say corn pudding? Which is actually maybe my favorite song in the whole thing. Because a couple more times, it
just gets stupider every time.
It appears that it's going to start again. He's like, and we had to sing a song about corn pudding. Did somebody say corn? And you can tell they're doing the number in the background, but the main character just walks away from it. But like, you've got the girl from Descendants, or what's it called? It was a Disney show about twins.
I think I know who you're talking about, but those are not my reference points for her.
What are your reference points for her?
Well, I'm thinking of
Dove
Kristen
Cameron. I'm thinking of Dove Cameron.
Oh, I don't know who that. Oh, she's the yeah. She's
the farmer's daughter.
Farmer's daughter, the oldest, who is probably still underage.
Yes. I always thought that was funny. And again, that's another kind of trope from the whole musical theater thing. You know,
how young are you?
Yeah.
She doesn't look very big. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
No, so I mentioned Kristen Chenoweth. I know her first and foremost from.
She was in Descendants too. You're right. She was also.
Was she? I don't know.
Yes, she was in the first Descendants movie.
That's wild. Okay. No, I know her from Pushing Daisies.
Oh, yes, that was we're gonna do that one later.
We should. I'm going to rewatch that one, but that also has Lee Pace in it, who's currently in Foundation.
There you go.
And last episode.
Yeah. And Chenoweth's also in American Gods, which I've been trying to get you to watch for.
Oh, I've watched both seasons, which there will be no more of, unfortunately.
There's 3 seasons, though.
There are 3 seasons?
Yes.
Did I watch it? I watched the third season. There's no more of it after 3 seasons,
No,
right?
no, that's it.
Right.
That's it.
I watched all 3 seasons.
Okay.
Yes, we should find a way to bring that into this. Do we do each season or do we? Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is also, oh boy, that is a hardcore show. Like it's more of a soft core show, but boy, it's like a medium core show.
Okay. But
It's
anyway,
not for the faint of heart.
But getting back to Schmigadoon
Kristen
again,
Chenoweth.
she was fantastic as this like uppity preacher's wife who's against anything, well, any change really. But what's interesting about this show is it's intensely racially diverse from the very beginning.
They comment on.
I know, but yeah, they comment. They, of course, it's very self-aware, but at the same time, it could have been just that the joke was that everybody was white. You know what I mean?
Right,
they could have taken the easy route and just made it a parody of musical, but they were exploring some other things. And obviously there were characters who were gay in the show, and they
Alan
go
Cumming
about
as Mayor
That's
Menlove.
right.
We have to mention him because he's
Mayor
amazing.
Menlove.
Have you seen the Josie and the Pussycats movie?
I have not.
He is amazing.
Is that worth seeing?
Absolutely, it's worth seeing.
That sounds very much like it would not be worth seeing.
No, all right. I mean, you should
Really?
watch it. You should watch it for because who isn't it? Not Tara Strong. What the heck is her name? The main lead whose name I can't remember, and then the one chick from American Pie whose name I can't remember.
You know what's different about this show than about the other show we do? In that one, we actually use Wikipedia. In this one, we just vague remembrances.
Hold on, I'm looking.
Okay,
I'm blanking on her name right now. I feel terrible.
That's fine.
Okay, Rachel Lee Cook is Josie.
Okay.
Tara Reid is Melanie.
All
Melody. And Val is played by Rosario Dawson.
okay.
For no other reason, you should watch that movie because of Rosario Dawson, because she's amazing.
Okay. I will watch that now.
But Alan Cumming's also a tour de force. It's a fun show.
Right.
And possibly now overshadowed by CW.
Show or movie?
Movie. Sorry, movie.
Okay.
And possibly now overshadowed by CW's Riverdale.
Okay. Regardless, but I mean, it explores those tropes of, like, you know, in the theater and in a lot of characters, you know, there are a lot of people who are of alternative lifestyles, and how they kind of try to whitewash it as saying, you know, he's very sensitive, and you know, so the whole idea of, do you know, it kind of reminds me of the movie Pleasantville, if you've ever seen that.
It's been a very long time.
Yeah.
Who was the mom in that?
I'm not sure who she's in everything.
She's in everything. She's amazing.
Yeah, she's the mom in everything. She was like,
right.
Yeah, but anyway, she was great.
But that had Reese Witherspoon, right?
Tobey Maguire,
Reese Witherspoon. Yep. So speaking of Spider-Man,
Don Knotts,
Jeff Daniels. William H. Macy. I haven't seen this movie in a long time.
Yeah, William H. Macy was the husband. Mm-hmm. Jeff Daniels was the burger store owner.
I think Joan Allen's who I'm thinking of, right?
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, that was a great movie. But anyway, it's kind of like that, where you have characters having awakenings to their true personalities, and
in the bathtub. Sorry, I'm still thinking of Pleasantville.
Okay. Yes.
Right, yeah. Yep. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Everyone go watch Pleasantville.
Yep. It's a good time.
In the bathtub. Okay. Anyway. All right. Anyway,
only thing I remember about the movie, apparently.
That's apparently the only thing you remember. Yes. It's a good movie, and you should watch it again if you haven't seen it recently. That's the first movie I bought on
1998. Oh my God!
I know.
How old are we?
The movie, I remember I rented it as a DVD, and I rented a player to watch it. because I didn't have a DVD player of my own. And at the beginning of the movie, they had tips for adjusting the picture on your DVD,
Oh Lord.
which because it was such a new concept.
Oh God.
Anyway, yeah. So wait, how old is Tobey Maguire then? Nope, don't want to think about it.
Don't. Yeah.
I mean, he was in that movie, and he must have been 17, 18 in that movie, or older than me probably. Oh, okay, never mind. Nope, don't want to think about it. But he still looks like 15, so he'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Even if he's wearing a cowboy hat.
Anyway, sorry. Yep. Waiting for that moment. I'm waiting for it.
There you go. Anyway, so the story is fairly light and it's tremendously predictable.
Right. But that's not the point, though. Like, it's like the journey, right?
Yeah, I enjoyed it the whole way through because I am a fan of. I've acted in several musicals. I was in a production of Guys and Dolls, a production of Fiddler on the Roof. I've been in Pirates of Penzance. That's more of a light opera. And I've been a fan of musicals for a long time. So for me, I got a lot of the tropes. Probably like if you were watching Teen Titans, you'd get more than I did.
I just you had to drag in there. Listen, I took a musical theater class for a semester in college to meet girls, and that didn't work out. But I learned a lot. And my brother-in-law makes us watch White Christmas every year. So
all right,
it's kind of the same thing as all that stuff you were talking about.
My mother loved musicals, so she would play a lot of them. So I'm familiar with a lot of the big names. We watched lots of them, and of that, I mean, Schmigadoon is really very close to like Rodgers and Hammerstein type, more so than like West Side Story or anything like that. It's definitely like Oklahoma, Brigadoon, Carousel, County, like that type of thing, just how it's set up, the coloration and things like that. And I love it. And the songs are great. And what's fun is like it could have been that the entire thing, the main characters refused to acknowledge the songs and they could have just continued going, stop singing. I don't want any singing going on. But instead, like our main characters, well, at least the female lead went with it.
Right. Because she loves musicals.
Exactly.
So she's like, I get to be in one finally. Yay!
Yeah. And just embraced it and went for it. And of course you still got he's gonna sing at the end.
Yeah.
I'm not spoiling anything.
Chekhov's gun, man.
Yeah, exactly. Chekhov's gun. Methinks the male lead doth protest too much. He's definitely gonna sing when it's you could have gotten out of the handcuffs at any time. Not at any time. Only when it was funny.
Thanks, Roger.
That's a movie I need to watch again.
Oh man.
I don't think I've ever watched it as an adult.
Yeah, no, do you know how much more you appreciate it as an adult?
I don't know. I haven't seen it as an adult.
So much more.
Okay.
It is such a good movie. I'm so sorry that Bob Hoskins soiled himself with Super Mario Brothers. Yeah. John Leguizamo, though, man, I tell you.
Don't worry.
At least we're used to Chris Pratt rounding up Yoshis. I'm just saying.
You know what? I know everybody's down on the voice cast, but I am in for Jack Black as Bowser. I am
right.
In for that.
I can't even imagine what this is going to be like, but how could it be bad?
My guess is that there wasn't even going to be a Bowser in the movie, but Jack Black just arrived at the studio in costume, even knowing it's a voice role, and he's like, "I need this." And they're like, we're gonna write in Bowser. So just take a seat over there. It's like, Seth Rogen, did you need something? What about me? Okay, Donkey Kong's in it too. Okay. Like, I don't know if these guys are even getting paid.
There's so much like I mean, see now we're derailing into video game stuff. No,
Yeah.
there is so much like Mario stuff. Like, why is Donkey Kong in this? Listen,
Yep.
guys, that's where
Yep.
Mario got his start.
Yep.
Like, you can't have a Mario movie without Donkey Kong, and they have freaking Cranky Kong in this.
Yeah,
dude,
I know.
this is going to be a great Mario movie.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's how they'll get the original Mario voice in there sometime. Maybe he will play the cranky Mario.
Mario's dad, Mario.
I'm Luigi Mario. Oh, that was. Oh,
yeah.
yeesh.
They got to reference that somehow, though.
That is.
I'm just saying.
No.
Yeah, there's so much crossover here.
Yeah.
What are the odds that so many of these people like in Schmigadoon are in this freaking movie? It's just weird.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. Like these are like the hot A- listers.
Ouch.
No.
I know what you mean, but
No.
ouch.
I mean, like, okay, it's not Tom Cruise. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not the people who are taking in box office millions, but it's people that most people like.
Right.
Who are consistently putting out good material, you know, or unproven new people.
Right.
I don't know about Chris Pratt as Mario. That's the one that, but you know, I liked Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. I
I
liked the 2 or 3 seasons of Parks and Rec I've watched so far.
I liked Parks and Rec up until the last season, and even the last season had some things that I liked. It really
my
did
body's
seem
a
like
microchip.
What?
My body's a microchip. I can tell you that much.
There you go. Anyway, so
Schmigadoon?
I mean, yeah. So Schmigadoon, which again is a funny name, and lots of wonderful cameos, lots of fun. It pays off. I didn't realize that it was a miniseries. I was hoping that it would be longer, but it doesn't really need to be. It's a very self-contained story, and it could have been a movie.
So here's the thing. Yes,
Yeah.
I agree. It could have been a movie.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Is that they're really not committing, it sounds like, to whether or not there is going to be more. I don't see how there could be more.
Yeah.
But they say that there is more.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose you could have a different couple come to Schmigadoon, but Schmigadoon's
that wouldn't work.
Changed. You know, it's already changed.
Yeah.
Or Schmigadoon could come to New York. Oh, Apple, if you're listening to this, the characters from Schmigadoon all cross the bridge because they miss them, and they come and they have wacky adventures in a real New York City.
Oh, that'd be beautiful.
They could call it Schmigadoon, Pig in the City. Wait, not quite.
Please don't. I've not even seen that movie, and I refuse to.
I hear
because as they say,
yep.
That'll do, Pig. I don't need more.
I hear it's good, but no, I was on the same page. It's like, nah, this does not need a sequel.
Now we're going to cross back into Star Trek, which I mentioned at the top of the show.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, just because the Zephyr Cochrane. Never mind. I guess I want to give mad props to Kristen Chenoweth.
Yeah.
Because she's amazing. She got this Music
everything.
Man number.
Yep.
Like she was just like this like thorn in the side for a while, and then like she got her moment, and I was waiting for it because
it seemed very wasted that she hadn't had her song, you know.
Right. Because I didn't know her from a musical theater context when I first was introduced to her.
Yeah.
So she was in Wicked, right? Is that what I'm thinking of? No, Into the Woods. Into the Woods.
No,
Into the Woods.
You Wicked. You're thinking of the girl from Frozen. The
Mandel.
Yeah, that's right. Who was also in what was it? Enchanted. That
Okay.
another fish out of water character
Okay.
from animation goes to New York City. Oh no, they stole my idea retroactively.
See, there you go. And
Oh no.
oh,
Yep.
right. And then they did a whole Frozen thing in Once Upon a Time. So
Okay.
it's all coming around again. It's
There you
just
go.
which
There you go.
completely contradicted by Frozen 2, by the way. So
There
that
you go.
entire fourth season just gone.
Is that a show worth watching? Once Upon a Time.
I enjoy Once Upon a Time. We should probably talk about it. The first season's the most solid because it explores the premise fully, I feel, but it ran for 7 seasons
Okay,
because
it's
it was
done now.
very popular. Yes, it's done
I
now.
know there were spin-offs as too, spin-offs as
Yes, there was
well.
Once Upon a Time in Wonderland, which I never watched.
Yep. Okay.
I don't know if there was more than that.
I think
Um,
I feel there were more, but yeah.
my God, see, we're gonna cross over now. My favorite
Yep.
piece of it was how they worked all kind of like Into the Woods. They worked all of these different fairy tales together into one
Yep.
cohesive world and story. With spoilers, with Rumpelstiltskin as like the main villain, but it gets more
Yep.
interesting than that.
Mm.
And then Lana Parrilla, I don't know, as the evil queen from Snow White, who's not, much like Maleficent,
Yeah.
isn't so bad. She's just misunderstood.
Yeah. What is this with taking all the villains and making them into not so bad people? New one, Cruella. I
No, I
mean,
can't watch that. I tried. I got to the
yeah.
part where the Dalmatians ran her mother over and into
Yeah.
the sea, and I laughed so hard I couldn't recover.
Yeah.
I
I just, but I mean,
it just
oh, is it the daughter of the original Cruella? Is that the
no, it's
premise?
Cruella.
Uh,
It's
but
Cruella, but she was given this tragic Dalmatian based backstory. I
so
just
we're supposed to feel sympathy for the puppy Skinner.
mm-hmm.
I no, I can't.
Yeah, don't bother. I tried. I
No.
was like, I knew it was coming. I was warned, and I watched it, and I just couldn't do it.
All right, that's on Netflix or something now, or it's on
It's on Disney
H
Plus.
Disney. Oh yeah, of course. Disney
That
Plus.
that's a thing. I haven't mentioned any Disney Plus
Yeah.
stuff I've been watching, and we'll save that for
Yep.
next episode. But that's another like entire service we could talk endlessly about.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Probably.
Anyway, so here we are. Schmigadoon. What'd you think?
I enjoyed it
Yeah.
the entire time though.
Yeah. Yeah.
I kept thinking about, well, it's kind of like if you took a show or like if you took an episode of another show
Yeah.
that doesn't do musicals and you
Like
made an entire series about that episode, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer,
Xena.
Xena, right? Like it's like everyone,
Lex did a
yeah,
episode
like every one of
called
these shows.
Brigadoon. It was called Brigadoon.
Of course it
Sorry.
was.
Of course it was.
No, but they have to be self-aware about it and like
Yes.
mention it, right?
Yeah.
But the thing it ended up reminding me the most of, and in not a positive way,
Okay.
was Crazy Ex-Girlfriend
Mm.
by Rachel Bloom, YouTube phenom,
Yeah.
who wanted to bang Ray Bradbury.
Yes.
Yes. So were there 4 or 5 seasons of that? I
At
missed the
least.
last season because the CW app at the time, I didn't have
Okay.
cable. I still don't.
Okay.
Was garbage, and now it's
Sure.
fine probably. But I think all of it's on
Hmm.
Netflix now, so you can watch
Yeah,
all
it's
of
on
His
Netflix.
Ex-Girlfriend. Watch it. I've missed the last season,
Yeah.
but that's the show that it's a musical,
Yeah.
but it's not aware it's a musical. Like it
Yes.
just happens, and it's like
Yeah.
an actual musical.
Mm-hmm.
So I, in some ways, I compare it negatively to that because Schmigadoon is so self-aware,
Yeah.
and it's like Lorne Michaels wanted to get in on the whole thing, on the whole
Yeah.
craze, but I still liked it. I still cried at the end.
Yeah. It's
So
it's good.
yeah,
I really enjoyed it. I really really enjoyed it. And I'll probably watch it again. I thought the songs were catchy. I would like to own the soundtrack to it because
Mm.
some of them would be up there with, like one of the things that I don't like when a TV show does a musical episode is usually the music is not very good.
That is true.
Usually the music, because, well, for one thing, for a lot of these, or for a series that is also a musical, they have to write a lot of music
Yes,
for
yes, yes.
so
Which
many
is
episodes. Yeah. But this
uh,
was a limited series
mhm,
by people who did musicals professionally before.
right.
And, they were bangers.
Right, and that's why I think of like Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, how they had to do that like every episode
Yep.
multiple times at least,
Yeah.
right? And it's like they didn't have like a roadmap for that necessarily,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
feel like that show is more impressive from that aspect of it.
Oh,
But that doesn't mean
definitely.
there's not room
Definitely.
for things like Schmigadoon, because again, I did
Yeah.
enjoy it.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just the fact that both these
I
things exist.
thought Schmigadoon was wonderful. What did you think, Sean? No, we're still not there.
I moved to such emotion to thoughtfully sing off key. See, I told you when it was emotionally appropriate.
It was good. But the thing is, it was, it didn't move the world, but I found it.
No, it won't.
But it again, to tell you the truth, I think it would have been better as a movie. I really do, because
Sure.
it was 6 half-hour episodes, so half-hour-ish. It
Yeah.
could have come out to under 2 hours as a movie, because definitely under 2 hours as a movie, because you'd remove the titles from each individual episode.
Yeah, which were very long,
And-
but I watched every time.
Yep, me too. But and I think, to tell you the truth, it might have been better received as a movie, because I don't think it set the charts on fire. I didn't hear much about it, to tell you the honest truth.
Oh.
Which is unfortunate because of the amount of talent involved in it.
Right.
But,
yeah, I liked everyone in it, and as soon as I saw the first ad, I was sold. Right.
Yeah,
So
exactly. But yeah, I think it would have. I think it might have been better as a movie, just because I was watching it week by week and kind of forget a little bit.
mm,
Well, I think it's fine as a binge as well. I think it would be totally fine as a binge. And that's the thing. I think I recommend that everyone should watch it, because it's about the length of a movie, and you'll if you care at all about musicals, I think you'll find it very fun.
I have to wonder though, in today's current climate, if anything's
Sure.
better as a movie, because like the main advertising point I see now is only in theaters, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm not going to see it. Not until it's free on Disney Plus.
I'm not saying that it would have been as good as a theater. I mean, it would have been good as a theatrical movie, because musicals are very colorful and very emotion oriented. They're nice to see in the theater, but I mean, I think it would have been fine as just a streaming movie as well.
I mean, also, as we all know, that movies are Jordan Peele's thing, so they can't both coexist.
That's true. That's true.
Have you seen Us or Get Out? Out of curiosity.
No, I haven't. I've heard good things about both of them, though. I'm not into horror movies so much.
Oh, you're not? Okay. I like horror movies.
It depends. I had a phase where I watched all of the Friday the 13th movies, all of the, I was, I went through a phase where I watched tons and tons and tons, but I don't know, like that's when horror movies were different then. I feel like all they are now is jump scares. I think that's like,
the bad ones.
Okay. I'm up for a good non-jump scare movie, because right now I'm at the point in my life where I have a really long, hard day at work, and I'm going to listen to a movie. I'm going to listen to a movie with my headphones on in the dark.
Okay.
And if something's gonna jump scare, that doesn't let me that doesn't calm me down. So
Well, I mean, I guess bringing it back around this to
Yeah.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer,
Yeah.
Sarah Michelle Gellar in The Grudge was
Yeah.
pretty good. Like the
Yeah.
American Grudge wasn't a
Yeah.
remake per se. You know,
the,
for instance,
the scariest thing that happened in The Grudge when I watched it in the theater was someone opening a file drawer because it was really loud suddenly. No, seriously, that was and there was another thing with a horse. Like,
all right.
and both of them, they were scary because they were loud. They were loud suddenly. But like the original Grudge movie was so much scarier and sat with me so much longer because there were no jump scares. It was just okay, I guess there were a little bit, but like in general, it was just a looming creepiness.
You know, I think I have a copy of that Ju-on trailer. You know the one I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you can put that up.
I don't. I mean, there's lots of people we gotta ask permission for. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
No. But I guess bringing it around to Paramount Plus again.
Sure. No, this goes back to Paramount Plus.
Yeah. No, I lost it. Oh yeah. Jordan Peele is the host of the new Twilight Zone.
No. There's a new Twilight Zone?
Boy, that was the only thing on after the first season of Discovery. But I guess you didn't get CBS All Access at the time, did you? Or still even?
Still can't. I have some of the shows from the Paramount one went to a Japanese streaming service called, I think, Umax or something like that, and some of the HBO Plus went there too.
Okay.
But
HBO Max is the whole thing. Boy, what do I talk about next episode? I really want to talk about Mad TV, but I don't want to talk about it during the show. You know what I mean?
Mad TV is back?
No, what? Long story short, no. They have like every season on HBO Max though, and it did get a revival several years ago, which I didn't know about, but it was very short lived. But yeah, I have things to say about the classic Mad TV.
Mad Magazine's done now.
Not today.
Mad Magazine's done.
Yep, it's true. Magazines are done in general.
Yeah, it's another thing that lives purely as a brand now. Mad, along with National Lampoon and all kinds of others.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know, Chevy Chase isn't. You know what? This is a whole other story. Anyway, Schmigadoon was great, and you should watch it.
Yep.
Give it two. You know,
two schmigas out of Dune.
The thing. Yeah, again, we would probably move into viewer comments or listener comments, but no one's listened to the show yet, and we're 5 episodes in. I think it's time to make the secret podcast not so secret. What do you think?
I agree. We need to, and we got some episodes that are pretty much ready to go.
Yeah. All right. I guess keeping the nerd and tie synergy going too. I make a very extended Schmigadoon reference in the Meat Grinder season 2, which you will have to wait until February 2022 to listen to. But I promise you it'll be
wow. That's quite the long tease.
Sorry. Yeah, no, I guess Meat Grinder season 1 only just wrapped up in August of 2021. So but for those not in the know, I was invited by Trey and the rest of the Stormwind and Associates cast to partake in Meat Grinder season 2, which is a side story of their Let's Play series, done in the Super Awesome Action Heroes game system that Trey had developed prior to the podcast, but been adapted for it. It was a lot of fun. It was a great experience. So I hope you can all listen to that. And excuse me, maybe now that I've mentioned it in this particular episode, we'll be a lot closer to that premiere. So hopefully we'll see.
Not that much closer.
True. Certainly not past it.
Okay, I hope not.
I didn't just curse myself, I hope.
Oh dear.
Oh dear indeed. All right.
So long, farewell, la vida, saying goodbye. It's your line.
There's another good
I hate
podcast you should listen to. If
what?
I don't remember which one it was, but it was about someone who had only ever seen half of The Sound of Music because it came on 2 VHS tapes and she only had ever played the first half.
It
So
was
she had
either
no idea it was about Nazis.
it was either Invisibilia or This American Life.
I
I feel it's
believe it might have
possibly
been
Radiolab.
Yeah, it could have been any of those. Those
Any
are
of
all
the yeah,
awesome.
I did listen to it though. I did. We'll link it in the show notes.
Yeah, the postman was a Nazi.
I love it. It's like, such a happy ending. Yeah. It was on 2 VHS tapes.
Jaws.
Played the first one.
Jaws.
Oh,
Oh man, the 80s, 90s were a wild time. I just gotta say.
They were.
All right.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Can you imagine a video game that like a 2-discer that you only had the first disc of?
No, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, how would that even work? Like, even like Riven, I think you had to go back to the first disc to finish.
Yeah, that's possible. New Mist coming.
How would that work? That'd be a bummer, man. Like Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
You only played disc one of that.
Yeah.
Aerith comes back, right? Or sorry, Aerith.
See, you get what you get what you were promised. A TV podcast where we go off talking about video games.
I live to disappoint.
And I disappoint to live.
Oh. All right, I guess on that note.
All right. Is that how we end the podcast?
There's an outro. All right, so
around.
funny thing, I'm going to mention it on this one.
Go ahead.
We recorded 3 episodes months apart from each other.
Oh yeah.
Every single time, and I've been editing these back to back, so I noticed this. Every single time we're like, how do we end this? Do we end it like Famicom Dojo? What's a tagline? And then we say something about like 2 nips up and then about it being perky. Every single time, like it's the first time we thought of it. And then we realize, oh, there's an outro we record for this. We'll just play that at the end. We don't have to worry about an ending. We'll just stop it and the outro.
Yeah.
So the curse is broken. You're welcome.
2 nips up.
Oh, God. Maybe we'll release like a compilation of those realizations as like a Patreon exclusive or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
All right. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed 2 boobs watch the tube and listening to these 2 boobs flap about. We could use some support for these boobs. That's part of the outro. I'm not going to repeat that.
I thought this was part of the intro.
It's the outro.
Oh, it's the outro.
Yeah.
You get an outro?
Yeah. You recorded it. I have it. It's ready. Okay. It's like compiled and just
all right.
You're gonna smack it on to the end. Just sandwich it in between.
Okay. All right.
All right. We're done.
We are done. Okay.
Everyone have a good night.
All right. Let's stop this.
Okay.